and welcome to Waste Breakfast, where we discuss everything governance, self-development, mental health, and of course, entertainment. My name is Godspity Israel, and I'm joined by my amazing co-anchors, Joy and Oni. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
How you
Good
doing?
morning.
Good morning.
Another morning.
I mean, just look at us. You're looking all greeny. Joy, what's going on?
Yes, I should be asking you the same thing as
Kilo Shele.
What's going on?
Is it right?
Wearing black and I came in blue.
Came in with white.
And today I said, okay, let me follow my sisters. They went on black.
So you expect us to wear black yesterday and wear black today? Are you okay?
But it just means that I'm always going to have dimension.
Do you get
this thing?
Oh, hallelujah. I wish you can actually shake. Do you understand? Because, I mean, where did you put your head? Let's even start.
I like it like that because I'm always distinct, so you can always spot me out.
What's
black sheep? No problem, but yesterday I was a white sheep, so don't worry, we change colors.
Whatever it is.
At the end of the day, I'm still a sheep, not a wolf. So,
I mean, you be a sheep. Wahala, don't deal. Oh my God, Joy, how are you? How is it coming to the studio today? How's it like?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm good. It wasn't really the best of morning for me. I don't know why.
Okay.
I really just don't know. Maybe that's why I'm putting on black.
Kidney. I beg you. I don't know. It's to represent your side. It's a lie.
No, it's not really actually a representation. I mean, I just open my wardrobe and like, okay,
you know what? Let me just hear
well,
this.
Just bring this and wear. But for me, it's a sad one for me. I lost a friend of mine.
Oh my God!
And it's been
heartbreaking. That explains the black.
Not really explains the black. I didn't think about that, but it's been heartbreaking for me since last night up to this morning.
Oh my God!
And then I had to now watch Herbert Wigwe's celebration. I'm like, no, don't put me in that
together,
space.
man.
But,
sorry.
I mean, life happens, right? So,
I mean,
good. You keep pushing.
It comes and it goes, you know. I do just say that it comes and it goes. So yeah, that's it. How about you, Annie?
I mean, my only problem this morning is that I want to sleep, but you know what? I
came
here to sleep.
Oh,
Be active. So I will be active.
See these persons. You're supposed to be shaking. Your plan today was supposed to be shaking this table.
And
so
I will shake the table.
You will shake the table.
I will shake the table.
You're sure because literally that's why we are here to shake this table.
I will shake the table today.
To bed.
I'll see this one.
I agree with Joy.
Can you imagine this
for the first time, I agree with Joy.
Exactly.
I agree with Joy.
Same page for the first time on this set.
It be like saying this your green and you have to change it.
No problem.
You have to go and put on the
I'm
black.
sorry.
Oh my God. I'm very sure you're excited as I am because, I mean, today's topic is social media empowering or entrapping young minds, and that's like a very interesting topic that I want to talk about. You know, people are on this belief with fake it and you'll make it. That kind of, you know that slang now, fake it, you'll make it. I mean,
till you make it,
do you understand? I feel like we are going to shake this table because we are definitely going to talk about that. But before we even go into that subject, let's take a moment to catch up on the latest headlines around the globe. Please stay with us. I'll be taking you on a journey across the African continent through the lens of The Punch, a leading newspaper based in Nigeria. The major headline reads, food smuggling. Federal government intercepts 141 grain trucks. Driver threatens strike over attacks. Beneath the major headlines, we have Customs seizes 120 smuggled grain trucks. Economic and Financial Crimes Commission intercepts 21. Tinubu orders sale forfeited food. Beneath that as well, we have trucks owners threatening to stop transporting food over attacks. Say no insurance for looted foodstuffs. And beneath the picture on the newspaper states 767 manufacturers shut down in 2023. This was said by the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. And by the side of that headline, we have trial, suspected killer of Ekiti monarchs remanded. And above the masthead, Obasanjo unveils new book on leadership at 87th birthday. Next to that, we have Nigeria's electricity. Fuel subsidies may gobble 7 trillion naira, and this was stated by the International Monetary Fund. Lastly, the next headline reads, Army Chief dismiss coup calls, demands good leadership. And that's on the headline for the Punch newspaper. Now, the headline that interests me is the major headline as usual, which reads, food smuggling. Federal government intercepts 141 grain trucks. Driver threatens strike over attacks. Now, what the newspaper here is actually telling us is that Customs seized 120 smuggled trucks. These ones are actually leaving the country, like they're leaving Nigeria. Then the EFCC, which is the Federal and Financial Crimes Commission, except 21. These ones are actually coming into Nigeria, right? Altogether, it's 141. Now, you see that these hoodlums are actually at work. Instead of these lazy youths to be utilizing the time and power and energy to work, they are using it to collect food that everybody in Nigeria would actually eat. I mean, it is actually very appalling. It is annoying. We have been discussing this since on Monday. It is unfair. You know, guess what now? The drivers that transport these goods, these grains, right? The ones driving these trucks, they have decided to go on strike. They're threatening to go on strike. They are complaining that the insurance they're even paying them is not covering the riots, it's not covering the attack. This doesn't make any sense. If it's one thing, okay, we understand that Nigeria, everybody's hungry, yeah? I mean, I was even listening to one of my mentors when she was talking about the fact that nowadays we have to eat 101. We understand that. Now, why not just look for other means to make money instead of going the criminal way? It doesn't make any sense now. Eh? And we are here shouting youth empowerment. Auntie say we are not lazy Nigerians.
Youth empowerment.
We are not lazy Nigerians, but look at what these people are doing.
I mean, I just have a piece of advice as to that.
Okay.
So, dear hoodlums, I hope this meets you well. Please kindly find attached this piece of advice to you this morning.
Okay.
The country you're in already is already chaotic and is already uncomfortable to live in. Please,
don't make it more.
Worse. It's as bad as we are dealing with a whole lot. And then you want to curse more? Do you actually understand that you're causing more harm than good? Please,
Exactly.
I just beg you, with everything you hold sacred in your heart, don't make this country worse than it is. Because if those drivers go on strike, you will give me food to eat. That's what I know.
And that's
even if
period.
it's 001, I do. You will give me food that I will eat. Kind regards, Joy Matthew from the Ways Breakfast.
She actually, God bless you. She just sent you a letter.
I sent my letter.
I mean, I'm trying not to be very harsh, but I feel like these people need to be considerate as well.
No,
you know,
for real.
they need to be considerate. It is very unfair. It is not even quite. It is very unfair.
And then they're painting.
The rest of us lazy. That's what it is.
But not really.
That's
I mean,
just my
like
problem.
that's probably like 2/3, 1/3
Okay.
of the youth on that side.
Problem, and you're creating more problem instead of giving solutions.
Do you get?
Come on,
This
please.
is so appalling. Hi, Oni. Let's hear your headlines, please.
Okay, lovies. So I'll be taking you guys on I'll be taking you guys away from the African continent today to an international spectrums, and today's news is going to be coming from the Daily Mail, the UK's Daily Mail. So on the top headlines, we have, where do the royals find all the smoking hot inquiries? Below that, we have 5 Special Air Service soldiers in murder probe over jihad death. And lastly, we have Michael Gambon leaves £1.5 million to wife, but nothing to mistress. And obviously, it's going to be a quick one. The main headline that stands out to me today is the 5 Special Air soldiers in murder probe over jihad death. And what this is pretty much saying is that there are 5 Special Service Air soldiers who are facing possible murder charges based on the allegations that they used excessive force while a jihadist was killed in Syria. So it is pretty much self-explanatory, and it is what it is. So that's all I have for you guys today.
That's a nice one.
Period.
Right there. How about you, Joy? Give us your headlines.
Okay, and that's unpaired. And still in the international space, I will be guiding you with the Guardian newspaper from the United Kingdom. And the major headlines from the Guardian newspaper in UK reads that Hunt defies public service alarm with pre-election budget tax cut. And then at the topmost of the newspaper, it's a story that says, are you keeping up with the corrections? That's quite funny for me. And then down towards the left side of the newspaper reads that Palestine prisoners abused by Israel, says UN report. And that's basically it from the Guardian newspaper. Now, to me, the story that is really, really catching my attention here is a major headline that reads, Hunt defies public service alarm with pre-election budget tax cuts. Now, this is interesting to me because this story happens to be a major one in the United Kingdom as we speak right now, because all the front pages of most major newspaper in the UK, such as Daily Express, The Times, the Daily Telegraph, and Financial Times, they are all carrying this Hunt story. So it's a big one over there. And for me, the story reads that Jeremy Hunt will use his final budget before the election to promise voters lower tax and higher growth, with the Chancellor set to announce a 2% cut to national insurance, even at the expense of public services. Now, Hunt has decided to reduce national insurance for the second time in less than 6 months, having defied calls from some in Downing Street and across the party for a more expensive pre-election income tax cut. Now, the Chancellor says that he's going to frame the move as a push for growth, opportunity and prosperity, having brushed off concerns among ministries that cutting national insurance will not be enough to overturn the party's 20 points defeat to Labour in the polls. Now, Jeremy Richard Hunt is actually the Chancellor of the Exchequer in Britain, and in his defense to this story, right, he says that Conservative knows that lower tax means higher growth, right, in the UK. So, and higher growth means more opportunity and more prosperity. Now, if he wants that growth to lead to higher wages and higher living standard for every family in the United Kingdom, in every corner of the country, he says that it cannot come from unlimited migration, right? So it can only come from building up high wages, high skilled economy, and not just a higher GDP, but higher GDP per head. So it's not the GDP of the economy of the country itself, but every single head in the United Kingdom, every single person has the tendency to drive towards a higher GDP. So what this means for Hunt is that instead of going back to square one, because there's always this fear that if he does this thing now, his Labour government is going to just go backward. So for him, he's saying that if he does this, if he takes this action that he wants to take right now and embark on it, it's not, instead of going back to square one as everybody thinks it is, it's going to make the Labour government, now his plans is that there's going to be more investment, more jobs, more productive public services, and lower taxes. And how this implies to me is that this is what you call a campaign. This is what you call practical political campaign, where you're campaigning not for yourself. You can see that these are steps that when you know that when this person gets into a position of power, this person would do the work. It's not by coming to tell me I will reduce I will bring 25 job opportunities from a system that you're seeing that it is not even there. So how do you want to create 25 job opportunities? So instead of giving false claim, give the one that people are not even, and that's what we reviewed yesterday, right, about the book review, to say that conceal your intentions. Don't always say everything. Bring people to the spotlight. Let them take you by surprise. Right now, everybody's at the fear that, okay, if we do this thing, we might lose. But he's saying no, that as opposed to you going backward, we would get to a better space. And instead of increasing an economic GDP, it's going to be an increase in the GDP per head. And I mean, I'm really a game for it. I really love what he's doing, and I hope he does it perfectly, and cheers to him for that.
I really agree with what you said too. I do perfectly. I mean, with everything you said, makes more sense. And I actually, no, truthfully, it does. I actually wish that some aspiring, like people that want to go into set, would actually pick up from this kind of examples. So yes, that's all on the headlines around the globe. We're going straight to the topic. Are you ready to shake the stubble? Because I am, literally. So we'll be going on a break, and when we come back, we'll be diving straight to the main topic of discussion. Thanks for staying with us. Today we'll be discussing the topic, is social media empowering or entrapping young minds? Remember, you can join this conversation by either sending us an SMS or a WhatsApp message to 081 80384663. I repeat, 081 80384663. So yes, time to shake the table. Joy, joy, joy. I'm coming for you. You know what? First of all, I feel like this is a very important topic to discuss on, you know? Because the truth is, we keep having new generations come on.
Yeah.
We have, I don't know, the next generation after us, I don't know what their names are. Indomie generation.
What? Okay.
I think they are saying people that
you know, no.
Indomie 75.
It's not 17.5.
When you not talk and when they talk about those armed robbers.
Cheers to healthy life.
Because, right?
Yeah. No, trust me, because literally they are actually part of all this. They are part of this thing, one way or the other.
At the end of the day, we will stay healthy. Cheers to healthy life.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Well,
Amen,
back on the topic of today, right? Is social media empowering young minds, or is it entrapping young minds? I mean, it's a very simple thing. What this thing is literally is, what are just the advantages and the disadvantages of social media? How does it impact us? Of course, we know that it impacts us, right? So now, is it negatively or is it positive? That's literally what it is about. And I'm very sure you're very excited to actually hear our conversation, because me too, I'm ready to talk.
Alongside with you.
So maybe
Do you understand? I don't understand.
Really
We'll be starting from Joy.
Well,
So I'm so
all,
sorry. We cannot take the mantle out of you. So yes,
Black sheep.
baby girl,
Let's go.
what do you think? Is social media empowering young minds, or is it entrapping young minds?
Okay, so yeah, for me, right, I feel like it's the both.
Okay.
But it's all about the percentage, which is higher and which is lower.
Okay.
So I feel like it is empowering more rather than entrapping more.
Oh, really?
So, and I'll come to speed with that. Now, we all know that the world is no more gradually becoming. The world is literally now a global village, right? And being that, it has helped a lot in so many things. Now, I'll take it from the first point. When it comes to job opportunities, job creation, I can bet that social media has been one of the best tools when it comes to doing that, especially here in Nigeria, that we have to deal with having BScs, and you now think of going to school, and you're having strike, and you're like, you know what, let me just go back to my social media space, think of something I could do, think of something I could come up with, and let me see how to push it. With the space and the opportunities and likes of running sponsored ad, you know that you can just start one business out there and just decide, okay, let me sponsor this ad, and then social media now gives you the opportunity to spread your reach to a wide audience, even without the space of traveling, going to meet them, going to have a conversation. You just need to stay at your space. So where it also comes to empowering also now, I'll take the story and I'll take the instance of the 2020 NSAS protest. That protest blew because of social media, and we are sure of that.
I could agree to that, yeah.
That protest blew, and it became as strong as it was because of social media. There was no prior information to say, guys, you know what? Come October 20th, 2020, we will go out on a protest. Nobody gathered together to form that club. Nobody gathered together to sit down, to have that meeting, to have that discussion.
Okay.
But because something happened that was posted on social media that got to the eyes and reach of everyone in the country, and also in the international space, right? Because of that space, they were able to see that, no, something wrong is happening. No, we need to do something. We need to act fast. So there was no point of NSAS or these SARS people are doing something wrong, right? And it is affecting us. Let us have a 7-man committee meeting and decide to say, let us do this, let us do that. There was no time and luxury for that. It was instantly on Twitter, hashtag NSAS. There will be a nationwide protest. Everybody come peacefully. One person sends it. And the whole Nigeria youth, I would specify it's Nigeria youth, exactly, not just Nigeria, because it was also in the international space.
Wow.
Very well. It was also in, I remember I saw protests from
Texas,
exactly
yeah,
from Texas, from Houston, even in
London.
Canada, outside the country. A lot of
Yeah.
people embarked on that protest, and it was simply because of social media. Because if this thing was not posted on social, they would not know. And let's also bring it to the fact that if we want to imbibe the culture of social media, right, on the everyday duties and everyday rights and everyday work of activities of people in the country. I'd say that compared to the Alpha and Millennial generation, it is more interesting to us. And the reason why it's like that is because we understand the dynamics, we understand how it goes. So it's very interesting to see that you're in your workspace and your boss who's like 42-year-old, 52-year-old is giving you a task and is telling you where can this be delivered or what deadline do you think this can be delivered. And you're saying, sir, in 1 week time I will deliver this. And he's like, is that not too small for you? I mean, this job is a whole lot. I said, sir, no problem. If you want to increase it, that's fine. And then he goes ahead to increase the time. And you come in 1 day. Apparently, in that 1 day, max 30 minutes, you are done doing your work because of the social media. Because, I mean, there are lots of information on Twitter that could help. There are lots of... You can literally use it as a research tool. If you want to talk about that, you could use Twitter as a research tool. There are lots of information on Twitter. There's lots of information on Facebook. There are lots of information on Instagram, right? So all of these things combined, and you're doing your work, and just immediately your document is ready. And you've done that. So you have a luxury of, out of 1 week, you have a luxury of 6 more days to go out and explore other job opportunities to other do. So you see that there's that empowerment. It enriches you. It's not keeping you constrained. It's not keeping you confined to one thing at all, to one locality. It is making you spread your tentacles and you're becoming like a jack of all trades. But where does it now entrap us? And I tell people that, see, to everything, there's always a good, there's always a bad. As I mean, Nigeria is not that, it's not that deep, don't worry. There's a good side and there's a bad side. So to everything, there is an advantage and there is also a disadvantage. Where it is entrapping, I have a problem with and what Gen Z baddies. You people are making...
She's come again.
Yes, I have come again. Welcome to this space. Thank you.
Let's fight her
As
today.
I know wants to go first, but she will push me.
I
So
thought
no
I wasn't
problem.
going to have to fight you today, but...
But since she brought the body in,
I'm not fighting. But
you've committed
okay,
tremendous
okay, I sincerely apologize.
Okay.
Let's go.
On a scale of 100%, right? It is a 75% a Gen Z body generation, and then the other percentage we have the rest set of human beings in the other generational space. Now, making use of social media to commit fraud, to commit crimes. The one I have the major problem with is not even the crime and the fraud. I mean, those things happen, right? Even without social media, it happens. But you see cyberbullying. Oh, God. Do you understand the detriment that thing can cause to somebody? Do you understand how bad? And the painful part of it is a lot of times they don't just mean this thing. They just say it off one time and it's off their head. But you don't understand the gravity of pain and emotion you're causing the person you just bullied. He's going to deal with it for life. Take, for instance, the AFCON that just passed. You guys don't know if Samuel Iwobi has come out of that trauma, have come out of that emotion, have come out of that phase because you guys dealt with that guy. I felt for him. But it didn't take up to how many days. I think when he played for his club, they came back to say, Samuel Iwobi, we are very sorry that we had to call you like that. Thank you for scoring. Because now he's doing well. All of a sudden, he's good. But you don't understand the kind of pressure, the emotion you're putting on him at that point in time when you were bullying him. Now, it's also another tool of peer pressure. It has increased peer pressure to the extreme end of it.
Is it peer pressure?
It has increased peer pressure. Because there's a lot of pressure on social media. If you look at, that's why I will say it in the open, I'm not on Twitter. I can't deal. I cannot deal to even be on Twitter because no, you're just saying something, airing your opinion, and you're having thousands of people ready to give you backlash, and before you know, you have gone to meme. Let me change it. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, that's why I said it is more of an 80% empowering, and then a 20% entrapping. There's always two sides to that coin, but it helps more. The advantages of social media is a whole lot, and I think that if we look at it from the brighter angle, it will still help more and expand. And I'm waiting and looking at the day where we can use social media to make Nigeria. I'm so interested in this Nigeria becoming, getting to that point of global standard where we would actually have $1 to a naira. I wait for that.
Alhamdulillah. Let's quickly hear you, Oni.
So, funny enough today, guys, I'm actually going to flow alongside.
We are.
With joy.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm going to start off by saying that obviously it's a very sticky topic, and you've actually got to ask yourself, how can something so beneficial yet be so damaging to our mental health?
Yeah.
And obviously, we know that it's a growing digital age, and quite frankly, interacting digitally has become the default option. Yes. So although there are multiple benefits to social media, such as communication, connectivity, building a community, education, and much more, we also can't shy away from the fact that social media actually has unintended consequences on our mental health, such as low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, fear of missing out, body image issues, and much more. I'm just going to say this, that, so like when you look at this topic, you actually have to look at it from two different sides, from two different angles, I would say. Because, yes, social media can be damaging, but in reality, despite the harm it may cause to society, we can't ignore the empowerment it actually brings to society and to the youths of today's generation. And what I mean by that is that we really have to take social media for exactly what it is. For example, a collection of Kenyan universities had a survey, and they found out that 60% of today's youths are active social media users, and more than us actually spend up to 6 or more hours on social media a day. And you can't tell me that something that you spend this much time in, or that you have this much attention in, would not have an effect on you over the long run. It is so bound to have an effect on you. So the thing is that what I'm going to say is that, because social media, we have to say that today's youth is tomorrow's future. So rather than letting social media be like your downfall or your witness, I have to say that we have to use it to build ourselves and to be well equipped with the skills, knowledge, and ability for us to be able to build a utopia. If you get what I mean.
I get it.
But
I
instead,
get it.
like,
I get it.
yeah,
I
but
get it.
instead, like, we're using it to like destroy ourselves and each other, and we don't even notice. So, like Joyce said, I mean, like, people, you could. What I mean to say is that, like Joyce said, social media causes problems for people because people don't really use social media in the right way, but instead they use it, like you said, cyberbullying and other things like that. And when you look at things like that, I mean, it is bound to have a toll on your mental health. But it is up to us youths to actually, take a stand and, just use social media to empower ourselves and to honestly just help bring ourselves up, instead of like using it for things such as cyberbullying or even comparing ourselves to other people. Because I mean, like, you can't really come on social media and then use another person's ruler to measure your success. I mean, then you're bound to feel like you're not even doing anything, or you're not making any progress. But like, if you really just look at social media for what it is and just know that, okay, like, yeah, social media has like a certain side effects or certain effects, but you have to be much more aware than that. And you have to know that there's certain things that you can believe and you can't believe on social media. And you just have to use it to honestly build yourself and build your future,
Okay.
I would say.
Well, that's an interesting one. Well, for me, I won't say I'm in between, right? So I actually feel like it's what you ask for that you get.
Yeah.
So whatever you put in is what you garbage in, garbage out. So I see social media as a way of empowering yourself.
Yeah.
At the same time, it can actually still entrap you. So I'll give you instances. It will empower you, just like you said. I mean, there are times where you have something to work on, or you have something to learn. When you talk about the Twitter and all of that, of course, it will teach you, right? I mean, even when we are searching out this topic, I had to think in my head, I'm like, no, this is not going well. Let's go and check the internet. Let's see what's going on there, So yes, it will empower you. It will teach you. It will help you. But you actually went to it to look for that thing, right? You went to it for empowerment, and it empowered you. So same goes to entrapping. Now you waste certain time online when you're not doing any meaningful tasks. That way you're actually wasting your time, because it's literally going to entrap you, and you start getting addicted to that. And with time, you see yourself not doing meaningful stuff online. Now you now watch another thing again that I feel like it's literally in between, like the garbage in, garbage out thing. Now you see certain people go online. Instead of you to actually probably go check out stuff that would teach you, right? You see yourself going to watch certain kind of movies or certain kind of like the whole pornography kind of thing. That way, you're actually not learning anything useful. I don't see that empowering. I don't see that empowering you, right? So that's literally it for me. It's not about. I don't think it's about social media. I think it's about the person.
Yeah.
It's about the person.
Can I add to that?
You know.
Because so much as I want to say that social media is entrapping young minds, I will also say that it doesn't have to be your truth. I mean, it really doesn't have to be your truth. I just feel like us youth really need to tap into the power of social media and use it to our benefits, because social media, because just like how social media can break you, it could also make you. And you just have to be like so aware of that and aware of like the benefits and the power you could actually, you know, use social media for.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have to be your truth.
I mean that like you just said, like how I was saying. So you know, it's not about. I don't think it's literally about whether social media empowers you or not. It's just the person.
Yeah,
it's just a person. So if you are a person that you are big on what do you call that? Big on research, big on learning, big on knowing what the history is like, knowing Nigeria and outside as well, you would actually get there. You get those information, you get those facts, and you would learn from there. But when you're keen on looking for Blessing CEO and the latest person that did video, then that's when it becomes detrimental. That's when it becomes a problem.
I literally just want to give like a quick, like based on experience, I would say, because when I was younger, like in my early teens, obviously, like I would say that social media had more of a bad effect on me than a good effect on me, because obviously I'd go online. I'm young, right? I'm not really thinking in the right way, and I go online and I see certain things,
wrong reasons, right?
And then and I see certain things and I see certain people, and then I start to like look down on myself or question myself or like not feel good enough about myself. And it even came to a time when I was literally like, even on Twitter, I was literally dragged. I mean, there's this tweet I made that literally had 3 retweets to over 800 and something quoted retweets of people. When I tell you, like, it is honestly damaging, but like with time, I honestly came to realize that obviously the internet, as much as it is real, it is not real. And you can't let certain things affect you or affect your mental health or get to you. And I learned that with time, instead of using social media as a means to like question myself or my ability, I use it as a means to grow myself and my skills and learn more and expand on my knowledge. So like I said, it doesn't have to be your truth. It's just whatever you want it or you make it to be, you know. So yeah.
Adding to that, I think some people actually think social media is a place for therapy.
Some people actually see it as therapy, you know. I mean,
I don't understand. You know, why would social media be a place of therapy?
Because they're actually communities. Like social media actually has certain communities built to obviously like help people and to empower the youth.
Can you give us some of those communities?
I mean, World Health. Or, I mean, you go on Instagram, you search up maybe mental health.
If I blow you,
I mean that's no. That is a community though.
I get it. No, I get it. I understand where I understand the angle.
The angle I'm coming from, right?
That brings me to the garbage in, garbage out.
Right?
No, that's it. Because you can't go on social media for it. First of all, I don't see it as a common sense thing that you're going on social media to go and see. I feel like social media is like a place where, how do I put that now? It's where there is fun, where the entertainment. You already know it's an entertainment space already.
Yeah.
Now you go there to check the happenings. You go there with the mindset, must see where they happen. Let's see what's trending. Let's see who is trending. Let's see what's going on with Nasi Sime. Let's check what's going on with. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't see it as a place where you go there, you have issues with your brain, and you're going there and you're like, let me just. I don't understand.
You know, some people are weak-minded. You know, some people have a weak mindset, and I mean, like, I would say, I don't want to say it like this, but like, social media is really not for the weak. I mean, it's really not for the weak.
So to some extent, yeah.
And in order to actually like prosper through social media or to grow through social media, you really have to have a growth mindset rather than a set mindset.
Period. Go there to go and learn. Don't go there to go and be looking at
or comparing. Say, this one is doing this. Why am I not doing this? Why am I not? Like that particular one. You will break yourself. You will literally, you're doing it to yourself.
How would you go online? Then you now see a Mona Lisa Steven, for example, and you look at her gele, the gele she's tying, or the clothes, and you're like, or you go and see, for example, okay, simple narrative here. You see somebody earning 15,000 naira salary. You are going to go and check clothes in Be Unique. Are you normal?
Like I'm saying, you're living a life that is not yours.
Are you normal?
You're literally trying to live a life that is not your life.
I feel like social media is actually just there to literally. It's just there for how do I put that now? It's there to help you or empower you.
Yeah.
Do you get? So either positively or negatively. So you will be the one to choose.
Really and truly.
You'll be the one to choose. So if you go in there to for empowerment, good for you. If you go in there to go and learn something else, that's on you. That's on you, really.
And really just one more thing to add to that, we can't ignore the fact that it is a digital age. Social media is not going to reduce. In fact, it's going to increase. So it's just best that you start getting it into your heads that rather than using social media to destroy yourself, you can use it to actually build yourself.
That's a nice one. I don't know why Joy is really very quiet. But we're going on a short break, and then we'll come back.
It's because we're
we'll
not
tackle
arguing,
Joy straight in. Please.
Thing that really we could do is try to show them with our actions, which I think we're already doing. Like there's youth rallies, there's things
that's
like
what
that.
I spoke about.
I think I feel like we're already doing as much as we can. The people at the top need to care enough about nurturing the next generation to push them through into these positions for it to go anywhere. Taking care of the people who have no one to take care of them should be my #1 responsibility. Making sure that they have access to food, water, school, good jobs, welfare, whatever they need to build them up. Because by building them up, their next generation have a good, at least, foundation to start on. And that way, at least, the level of poverty in this country will reduce. As a government, even if things are getting expensive, we should still be able to take care of our people, the people who can't take care of themselves.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm actually enjoying this conversation. You can see all the smiles on my face. So yes, Baby Joy, do you believe in the fake it till you make it? Is it a myth or is it reality? What do you think about it?
So I think that you don't need to fake it to make it.
Hallelujah.
You do not need, just be yourself and be real.
Okay, let me tell you what Blessing CEO said. Sorry. Blessing CEO said, if you look like you need help, nobody will help you. That's what she said. And that's concerning the fake it till you make it. So now it's on you now.
So she has every right to her opinion. However, I beg to disagree with that.
wow.
I do not need to look like I don't need help, and then you think you'd help me. Why would you see me like I don't need help, and the first thing that's entering your head is that you want to help me? Obviously, for you to have looked at me that you want to help me, it means that number one, I must have come to meet you to tell you, I'm in this kind of situation, I'm in this kind of problem, I'm having this kind of challenge, and I need help. And that's when you're going to prefer help to me.
Okay.
You know, I'm not just going to keep quiet and keep to my stool and expect that you will miraculously come to me and come and help me. I mean, that's not just working for me. However, on this social media case, right, about empowering people or entrapping people, I want to buy into what Oni says. Like she said, we're on the same page today. No drags.
Nice,
So
nice.
she did mention
I
that
love the table.
we would keep getting digital day by day, and it would keep increasing.
Sure.
So as opposed making it harmful for yourself, why not just make the advantage of it? And I'll give you a very simple instance to explain that. Now, as of 2023, as at the start of 2023, 28.20 million Nigerians were on social media. And 2024, as we speak right now, February concluded, February that just passed last month.
Yeah.
The data reads that there has been a 30% increase in that figure. That is to tell you that out of 200 million Nigerians in the country, about 30 something up to 35 point something million people are on social media, not the internet though.
I get it.
Just social media alone. Now, let's bring it to this advantage. Imagine I'm a writer. Imagine I have a content. Imagine I have a product and it needs me to use the internet, go on a website, go on a blog, just write article. And in this present generation where people do not just like to sit down and read, how about I change it to creating videos, posting those videos on TikTok, posting those videos on Instagram Reels, posting those videos on YouTube Shorts, and in a twinkle of an eye, in a split of seconds, my product is going to the eyes of many. So as opposed to putting it on articles, on the internet space, on Google, and say, go and read up, this is about me, or this is the products I do, or this is what I do, or this is what I want to create, go and read it up. So as opposed to reading, people are now finding joy in watching videos. It makes it more enticing. It makes it more attractive. Which is to mean that there is a little bit of entertainment in every bit of thing that is done in the world right now.
Yeah.
So how about, now imagine that you have 35 million people on a particular space. Right? You have 35 million people on a particular space, and those people are just there fixed. That you know that by 5 a.m., the first thing somebody will do when he opens his or her phone is to open WhatsApp. Let me even bring it to the first one. It's always WhatsApp first, before we get to Instagram and before we go to another one. And WhatsApp has also made it very interesting that there's now something called WhatsApp channel. So every day by day, the social media keep expanding its reach to say that, you know what, you can use me to the best fulfillment of your life. Most of this girl that sang this song, what's the song again? Oh, God help me. Whatever. I don't spoil your song. I'm really sorry for what I just did now. I'm not
Public apology.
Do you understand?
Public apology.
I have to apologize publicly. I'm not a vocal, so I really don't know the song, right? But I love the song. How did that girl blow? It was through social media, right? She was just singing. I really can't remember. I will have to check that out. No, calm down.
Go on, babe. Go on, babe.
I will check it and I'll bring it back to you
Okay.
to speed, right? But what happened was, she was just a random person. As a matter of fact, she was a hawker on the streets. Just a sales girl on the streets, selling what? Maybe water or drinks or mineral. And she could sing. She had the talent of singing. But somebody just recorded it and posted it on Instagram. It went viral. Guess what? They picked her up. I think it was Don Jazzy that picked her up. And she became a multi-star right now that she's singing. So it helps you to just blow up yourself. If you want to blow, you don't have to do Yahoo to blow. Just be on the right track. Do the right thing that is very legal. And you will just come out there. Make use of social media for the best part of yourself. And I promise you, it will help you a lot in your life endeavor.
Nice one. That's a nice one. Come on.
I was quiet for a reason. Because I was thinking about it. Okay, we are saying Gen Z. How can we now explain to our alpha and our millennials that, see, social media can also help you? So the largest market right now are the Gen Z generation. And for you to get that space, you need to come to social media. So bring yourself to speed. Bring yourself to the light of that so that it helps you to even marry the both generation. And you see that the world will become a beautiful space to live in.
But you know that, I mean, we've actually, sorry, baby, we know we have actually all talked about the whole advantages. Now, you just got to me now, right now, that research has actually found that 78% of undergraduates of the 4 universities perform poorly in academic because of the addiction of social media.
So that's, at the end of the day, there's always a bad side to it. Now, like, if you heard what I said 5 a.m. When somebody wakes up 5 a.m., the first thing that the person is doing is to pick up the phone. And it's not like you want to read your Bible, you want to read any book, or you want to read anything motivational. You're going straight to social media. It is,
So
yes, there's the addiction part of it, but
Okay.
hello, that's not the only addiction in the world.
Oh, yeah?
So the only way we can see is, it's all about self-discipline. Now,
Yeah.
the solution to that problem is,
Okay.
it's an individual space. It's not a community space, or it's not something, because it's what you decide to do. Like you said, garbage in, garbage out. It's what you want and you find, and that's what you get. So it's what you decide to do for yourself. That is what is going to happen. So we just need to be very intentional about our self-discipline and discipline ourselves to say, okay, I'm on this space for this period of hour, and this period of hour, I'm focusing on this, and then it will just help you strike a balance, and you're good to go.
So yeah, that's a nice one. How about you, Oni? So what do you think about the fake it and make it? Give us your roundup. And what do you think about this? Give us solution on this.
Just real quick to that whole fake it to make it thing.
Alright.
I feel like you could take that, statement in either 2 ways.
Okay.
And when I think of fake it till you make it, I think of it in this way. I mean, like, life is hard.
Yeah.
Things are hard. People struggle with certain things. And obviously, it's like, you don't have to let your struggle be like, you don't have
It's
to carry,
showing
you don't have to you don't have to let it show.
I think that's what Mr. T was talking about.
Even if there's something going on or whatever, I mean, like, just try smile, just try and be positive, and eventually, I promise you, like, you will end up getting there. So, like, when you think about fake it till you make it, it's not about necessarily being fake. No, it's about just getting up every day, trying and pushing yourself till you actually get to that place you want to get to. And so just to land and to close my whole point, like I said, social media, the damage or the mental health that social media can cause on today's youth, you don't have to let that be your truth, or you don't have to be among the people who obviously let social media, have that impact on them. I mean, like, you can always change that narrative by obviously working better and trying your best to use social media as your benefit rather than letting it be damaging to you and your mental health. Period.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Spirit, yeah.
So yes,
Spirit,
I mean, we've actually in our views. It's an interesting one. Social media, just like I said earlier, and I'm still understand. Social media is more like garbage in, garbage out. What you actually go find in is what you get.
Yeah.
So yes, for these people that actually are addicted to social media, I don't see a reason why you should. Trust me. Because if you actually use the time you spend on social media for other important things, or even if you spend it on social media for the usefulness of it, you would actually be greater than where you are right now. I mean, you're actually failing. You fail the exam because of
hold on. Sorry, Oni. But let's not lie to ourselves. Even you, it's addictive. You want to start.
Nobody is
in denial about that. We're not in denial about that.
It is addictive. Let's come to that reality. But self-discipline is the answer to the problem. Just discipline yourself and you'll be good. You can fall into the addiction, but just be
See the
self-disciplined.
change in yourself.
Period. But the self-discipline. So yes, we're going on a short break and when we come back, we'll dive straight to the book review. Please stay with us. With us. So yes, the book to be reviewed, I mean, we've literally been reviewing this book since yesterday. You already know 48 Laws of Power, authored by Robert Greene. Yes, I'll be taking the first law. Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about the first law, the second, and the third. I believe you guys would actually have, know a bit about the book. So I'll be taking the fourth law, which actually says always say less than necessary. So this is a law that I actually want I want to apply. Often people try to impress with words, but the more you say, the common you make yourself. Now I would explain this. Every time people keep talking, right? You see people talk unnecessarily. I don't see a reason why you should have conversations with people when it is not necessary. No, it's not even a laughing matter. It is something that is supposed to be realistic. Like, I'm being realistic. I literally won't talk to you if I don't have anything, I'm telling you. If I don't have any important, if that conversation is not important, if that conversation is not giving us a financial end or an educational end, my sister, there's no need for that discussion. Trust me. No, seriously, it would help us. It's not, don't forget, I'm not the one saying it. Robert Greene is saying it. You feel me? So anything Robert Greene is saying, I actually see that as, a 90%, 90% of accuracy in it. Do you feel me? So I don't know how people actually deal with it, where you actually just see random people and you're not talking to them for certain kind of interest. If it's not book interest, when I mean book interest, I'm talking about intelligence, brilliancy, and all of that. Or you know what? The money, the kudi. Understand? So if it's not those two things, nah, we should not be having that discussion. So yes, always speak when necessary. It is just very important. So you don't even spill out what you are not supposed to spill out. There are certain times where we are for example, I talk about myself when I was saying I'm not a person to expose what I want to do. So if I want to create this phone today, trust me when I say you're not gonna know. I'm not gonna tell you. Nah. I'm not gonna tell you. Until when I'm done, when I've done it, and I'll tell you, oh, I did that shit. I did it. So you feel me? So that's literally how I am. So Oni, let's hear your law, please.
On Law 5 today, and Law 5 pretty much states that so much depends on your reputation, and you have to guard that with your life. And what this pretty much means is that reputation is one of the key ingredients in power, and good reputation can either help you win or make you vulnerable to attack. So it pretty much just says that, obviously, like, when you carry yourself, you have to carry yourself with a certain image, and your reputation matters because everywhere you go in life, that reputation is what is going to take you to places or take you far. I mean, for example, let me just give like a common example. Say I want to go run for president or presidency or whatever.
Amen to that.
2015.
That's when Nigeria
USA.
But wait.
USA, yeah.
Not Nigeria.
No, USA. Sorry, guys. Okay. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine this?
I can't really help y'all, but yeah.
But it's fine.
But yeah, the quick example. So yeah. So if that's what my aim is or my goal is, so I'm obviously going to have to build the reputation to be able to obviously carry out that goal. I can't say that I want to achieve this goal and then I'm here doing things that are going to like affect or hinder me from getting towards that goal. So you just have to guard your reputation with your life and with everything you do, and keep it sacred.
Period. That's it. Joe, let's hear yours, please.
And keep it sacred. And I'm moving down to Law 6. Law 6 says, court attention at all costs. The law states that everything is judged by its appearance, whether it's on what it's on sin counts for nothing, and never let yourself get lost in the crowd or buried in oblivion. Stand out, be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. Now, to me, how does the law applies to me is that I'll give you the perfect example for this. On this set, see, I'm the one standing out. I'm on the colors right now. So you see that I'm cutting attention. So as you're looking at this screen now, you're seeing that everybody's in black. Why is this girl in? Everybody's in green. Why is this girl in black? Yesterday they were all in black. Why is this girl in white? So it's already giving you that idea. You're already imagining, okay, what's she all about? So I've not said anything. You're just seeing me different from others, and you're wondering what's going on. So that's how it is actually when it comes to the state of power. You don't need to always speak. At times your words, like God's BC said, marry need to what she said. You don't need to say anything. That's all. That's the meaning of talk less. Don't speak when it's not necessary.
Yeah.
You do not need to say. Just do that one thing that would put you on the spotlight, but be careful of what you do. That's the one thing I'll say. Attention is nice, attention is beautiful, but you need to be intentional and be strategic about your attention, so it doesn't put you on the bad side of the spotlight, and then at the end of the day, everybody's just looking at you as a bad egg and the bad sheep. Like I said, they said I'm the bad sheep among the table. But then again, I brought it to the point that I am a sheep, but not a wolf. So whether I'm bad, at the end of the day, I am still a sheep, but I'm not a wolf. So let's try to marry that into our everyday life. So staying in the space of power, try to get the attention of people so that by the time you are opening your mouth to speak words, they are listening because they said, no, you are different from the others. Let's hear what you have to say. As I always would continually sit here to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Election period. You remain small. We are going to add pastor to Joyce.
Oh my God,
Pastor Joy.
I know that my daddy is a pastor. Let me put it out there. My daddy is a pastor. So
Pastor's daughter.
Bro.
Pastor's daughter.
It was like we are no longer in this segment again. We actually entered other segment. Do you understand?
We are doing book review.
You remain small. I was waiting for prophecy.
No, don't worry.
And I'm closing prayer.
I'm not like
Do you
that.
get?
I'm not like
No
that.
closing prayer?
I choose
my
not to
God.
go to that side.
Okay.
So yes, it has actually been an interesting conversation all the way, starting from the news around the globe, down to the conversation and the book review. It has been an exciting one. I enjoyed myself, and I know for sure that you enjoyed yourself. Yes, don't forget to actually follow us on all social media platforms. If you don't follow us, I don't know what
What are
you're
you
actually
doing?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I don't know what you're doing there with just watching us like you're not following us. It's not fair. And yes, don't forget too that we also have the Waste Prime Time that happens around 8 p.m. too. Make sure you go and watch. See, it is not enough to drink tea in the morning. You actually have to take dinner. You understand? In the night. Period.
So yes. 101. We are doing 101.
God bless you. 101. And that's on period. So you take tea in the morning with bread, you understand? By watching us. And you also don't eat anything in the afternoon.
I can't lie, don't. She's right.
Just fast.
See, those hoodlums, they are still there.
And then wait for dinner.
And do you understand? I wait for the dinner. I mean, I know for sure that
you
today
can
they'll be
maybe
bringing
have
it
dessert
hot.
after.
Yes.
Just
yes.
maybe.
So please do well to follow us, and thanks for always staying pure. I can't believe you're actually sitting down there watching us till now. For an
Oh, you
hour.
love
My
us
God,
like that?
you guys are wonderful. So don't forget to also meet us. You will see us definitely tomorrow, the same time, same place, by same person. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, babies.